Welcome to everyone here at today's panel in the 2012 Business Issues Workshop, including the members of the American Management Association and MBA students as well. The prompt that will kick off our discussion is whether or not companies should monitor their employees' internet access, such as email messages, personal information, or work progress. If so, what is considered legal or illegal? The reason we're discussing privacy in the workplace is because of how prominent the issue is in the business world today. Companies are quickly switching over to some sort of internet monitoring, and there are people who are concerned of the repercussions of complete monitoring. According to the annual survey, Workplace Monitoring Surveillance Survey of 2001, conducted by the American Management Association, more than 3/4 of all major U.S. firms are recording and or reviewing the email messages, phone calls, internet connections, and computer files of their employees. My name is Siyolo, and I acquired my master's in business ethics at Columbia University, and I'm a researcher for the American Management Association. To my right is Melinda. She's a professor of business law at Yale and has published papers related to computer surveillance and how it's affected by the law. Next to her is Alec, who's a Fortune 500 head of human resource department at General Electric of the American Branch Department. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have Matt Conrad, president of the American branch of Foxconn. We will begin by addressing the first question to Melinda. Melinda, concerning the law, how is computer monitoring viewed?
Hello everyone, I'd like to reiterate what Siyolo had said. My name is Melinda, and I am a professor of business law at Yale. And this computer monitoring has many different ways to say it, and also a couple of definitions. So I'm going to state the two definitions that we're going to be talking about today. First is the use of computerized systems to automatically collect, store, and analyze and report information about how an employee is performing on his or her job. And the second definition being an employer's use of information technology, such as computers and other electronic devices, to collect data related to performance and behavior of its workforce, and then to use such data to improve productivity, protect employee safety, control the workplace, and safeguard the employer from legal liability. So as you can tell from these definitions, the correlating way that they're speaking is that you use these informational systems on an electronic device, such as a computer, to collect information on your employees and then use it to either benefit your company, whether it's from protecting it from bad publicity from your employees, to making sure that you aren't selling any secrets within your company. With the law, we have had an act, the Electronic Communications Privacy Act of 1986, was first passed concerning this area of computer monitoring. Of course, since then, many times has it been amended where it has either been much more open or closed in a way where you can be able to surveil your employees. And the definition of this act is to protect wire, oral, and electronic communications while those communications are being made, are in transit, and when they are stored on computers. So this act basically applies to email, telephone conversations, and data stored electronically, such as Word documents or Excel spreadsheets. There are three titles that go with it, but two of the titles that I'm going to be talking about is the Wiretap Act, which prohibits the intentional, actual, or attempted interception, use, disclosure, or procurement of any other person to intercept or endeavor to intercept any wire, oral, or electronic communication. It provides exceptions for operators and service providers for uses in the normal course of his employment while engaged in any activity which is a necessary incident to the rendition of his service. Title II is the Stored Communications Act, or the SCA, which protects the privacy of the contents of the files stored by service providers and of records held about by the subscriber of these service providers, such as subscriber name, billing records, and IP addresses. So just from what I've said in this past few minutes, of course, I believe that most of you are probably confused on what this is actually going about. And that's not just you, it's everyone around. It's so dense and confusing that a few cases are actually in existence that explain how it actually works. And since there's only so few, only 3 of the 13 circuit courts have even attempted to consider any cases prevented on this area of law.
How many cases would you say have been brought up?
I would say probably since 1986, probably around like 50 or so, not many.
All right. And I want to address the next question at Alec. Do you see internet monitoring as an invasion of privacy? And if so, can you elaborate on your reasoning?
First, I just want to restate me. I am Alec Four. I am the head of the Human Resource Department at General Electric of the American branch. There are three major reasons why monitoring of the employees by the employers can have a negative effect on the employees and the company itself. The first reason is that the monitoring can cause stress and subsequent health problems to their employees, which can further affect their work efficiency, like they become sick, can miss work, or just are inefficient at work itself. The second reason is the monitoring is negative because of the potential of abuse by employers to its employees. For example, if in a certain situation where an employee needs to go over their manager or their boss's head, but they are being monitored by the person that is abusing them, that could force an employee to feel cornered and powerless against this abuse and can cause more further problems in the workplace. The final reason is the invasion of privacy by the company to its employees. Many employees have two or many emails, some work and some personal, and many employees use both these emails at work and at home for both work and home and personal use. And if an employee is working at home using their emails, and the company could potentially invade their personal computer and begin monitoring those computers at home, and kind of further affect the workplace at where the employee is.
Okay, and you said with internet monitoring that if an employee wanted to go over the boss's head, they won't be able to do so. What does that mean, go over the boss's head?
Well, if an employee is being abused and it's by their employer or their boss, they need to somehow communicate with another way to solve the abuse. And many ways is just by calling or emailing or any other like forms of communication, which is monitored by companies. And the person doing the abusing can simply monitor that and like keep the employee from connecting to a way of solving the problem.
Okay. All right. And my next question will be addressed to Matt. Why do you personally choose to monitor all internet access of your employees?
As Siyolo stated, my name is Matthew Conrad. I'm the president of the American branch of Foxconn. A little side note, Foxconn is a design manufacturer, and we have notable products such as the iPad, iPhone, Kindle, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. I obtained my master's at MIT and my PhD at Brown. And I would like to start by saying that I personally monitor my employees for three major reasons. One is to create more productive employees. A second is to create an anti-hostile work environment. And the third reason is to avoid employee fraud and misconduct amongst the employees.